Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy shortbread recipe from the food blogger Jocelyn Delk Adams. She's a black woman, food personality, cookbook author that I follow. Her website's called Grandbaby Cakes and she makes amazing cakes and cookies. So let's get to baking. These are the 6 ingredients. This is the chocolate that we'll be using later that I'll talk about in a second. But you'll need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup of confectioner sugar, also known as powdered sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt that I don't know. Yeah, I guess you can see it. And then a tablespoon of vanilla. The recipe calls for vanilla bean paste or vanilla bean itself with the pod, but I don't know about you, but a lot of people, I don't really have vanilla beans in my refrigerator. I'm a very simple cook and baker, so vanilla extract works just fine. You can substitute 1 tablespoon for a pod, and then 1 stick of unsalted butter. Since you have salt, you don't need salted butter. And then over here we have the chocolate, which I will show you what to do with it later. In the bowl, I'm going to dump the cup of flour. Let's see. I don't know how these influencers do this all the time. I guess they have someone with them. Okay, you'll have the sugar. I like it because it's a dump recipe. The salt going in. And the vanilla. Alright. And then I'm going to turn my mixer on low, so be careful, don't turn it on high because it will splatter everywhere. And I'm just going to let it kind of combine a little bit. So I just went ahead and dumped in the 1 stick of butter. The recipe calls for like cutting into pieces. I think this works just fine. Again, it's really soft. If you can use my spatula, you can tell it's kind of like, mushy. And what you're going to do is just let it go on maybe not medium yet. Let it get combined, and then it's going to take a minute, but it'll get into it'll turn into a ball of dough, so it won't look so crumbly. And I'll come back when it's in a ball. It's starting to come together now, so now it's not some crumbly mixture. And that looks pretty good, so I'm going to take it, I'm going to turn it off, and I'm actually going to dump it out onto a surface so I can kind of put it together, and then I'm going to make it, I'm going to actually put it in some saran wrap, and put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to chill, and then I'll take it back out, and I will cut out the cookie shapes and put them on a cookie sheet. So as you can see, it's a stiffer dough now. Some flour, I'm going to roll it out. And then I will cut out the cookies. I don't have a cookie cutter, but a glass or jar lid works. And I have flour over here that I will dip and cut out my cookies doing that. All right, stay tuned. One thing I forgot to note is it doesn't make a lot of dough. So if you want to make more cookies, you can always just double or triple the dough, the recipe, and it will work just fine. So I'm gonna take it, and then as you can see, it made a little cookie. Oh, I broke it, so we're gonna try it again. But you know, this is what happens when you cook with 1 hand instead of 2. All right. So my oven again has been preheated at 350. As you can see, the cookies have been cut out. These 2 are a little abstract because I had scraps of dough. Didn't want to waste them, but they made about. This is the test cookie, but they made about 15 cookies. The recipe says about 17, I believe. So they're gonna go in the oven for about, I believe, 17 minutes or so. But watch your oven; every oven's different, and we'll see them when they come back out. I'm gonna let them cool, and then the next step I will show you is the making of the chocolate drizzle, and show you how I'm gonna do that. All right. So I took the cookies out of the oven. Let them cool, maybe about 30 minutes. As you can see, like they're really quick, easy to touch, and not hot, just so that the chocolate doesn't melt. When I drizzle the chocolate over the cookies that I'm going to drizzle, I slid the parchment paper that I baked the cookies on the baking sheet under the baking rack, just so that the chocolate doesn't go everywhere. So for the chocolate chips, the chocolate drizzle, I'm going to use chocolate chips, and I will put this in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time. When I tested the recipe, it took about a minute for it to look like chocolate you can drizzle. So I will show you how. So here's the chocolate after 30 seconds. I will use a spoon. It's starting to melt a little bit. I'm gonna keep doing it until it's actually melted chocolate. Here you can see after a minute it's melted. I'm going to put this in a Ziploc bag. If you have a piping bag, that works too, but I really want it to be really small as the recipe calls for it, just to drizzle it. I'm gonna stuff this and begin drizzling, and I'll show you the finished product.